Good evening, and welcome to the music of the night. My name is Karnis, and I'll be your GM for the evening, or storyteller as we call it here in the world of darkness. And with me tonight, I have
kcStranger playing Petra Schweinsteiger.
And I'm playing my Barkley.
So last week we started a little thing. Did I say world of? Did I do that?
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You didn't. It just felt like you could have, and then you kept yourself doing it.
So that was actually intentional. I felt myself doing it, and I stopped.
I know.
Anyways, so last week we started a little thing where I asked the players about their character a little bit before we start up, and I thought that might be a good place to start again tonight. So, let's talk about Petra for a second.
Can we please take this moment and talk about me?
Petra is, as you talked about last time, has been sort of aware of the whole situation for a while and kind of handling things, focusing on...
More and less well.
Yeah, more and less well. So, why don't you, in sort of a short little split, tell us about the first time that Petra ever experienced anything spooky?
Okay. So, as with the opening to any good horror movie, it was sleepover. Just don't even do sleepovers, kids. Just hang out and then go home.
The bad news.
No matter how late it gets, go home.
Exactly. So, but one thing turned to another, and the next thing she knew, she walked into the living room, and there were 3 girls piled over a game board. There were parents with their hearts and throats torn. And she managed to force her way through a door out of the house and called her dad. But you're thinking, Karnis, of the second time, I suppose. No? That's the one you were thinking of?
I was listening to music.
Ah, okay. I just saw you looking distracted. Was wondering if I was not saying what you wanted to. But yeah, so basically, the first time that she ran into any such thing, she ran away and called Dad for help, which was probably reasonably smart.
Smart kid. She was also 12?
Something like that.
Yeah.
10,
really,
12, something like that.
Really young.
No older than 12. I don't think we actually specified when this happened, or at least I didn't write it down.
So, Ice.
Yes.
Let's, Maya's pretty new to the whole supernatural scene and whatnot.
Yes.
So, instead of asking you about that, because that'll probably come front and center here sometime in the future.
Fudge.
What I want to ask you is, what is Maya looking for? What is she trying to do with the knowledge that she has and just sort of the place that she's found herself in?
I think above all of the others, Maya, she gets places because she's meant to be there, maybe. And I think, I guess I'll say I, as Maya, have gotten to, this shit is in my life, it's happening, and I can either run from it or I can try to figure out what I can do to fight it, to combat it, because it's clearly something that's now a recurring theme in my life, and there's only so much I can do to try to run from it, but fighting it seems to be what I've now resigned myself. Not resigned, not totally happy about it, not totally reluctant, kind of like to kick some ass, but kind of feel like I'm not totally prepared for it, so just trying to do the best I can with what I have. and relying on those around me who have the knowledge and just trying to do the best I can, but like accepting the fact of like that this is a part of my life now.
Okay.
Yeah?
Cool. Yeah. I love Maya. Anyways, so the last time we all met, the group had determined the locations of 6 spots that the local Coven of Witches had used to empower a spell, a massive working that they had put together that prevented any pure fey creature from stepping into the greater Akron area. This is sort of why Karen was drawn to this location. It's sort of why a lot of the things that affect some of the other parts of the world kind of don't hit this area very much. We're a lot more immune to tornadoes and hurricanes. That's just location. But in this alternate reality, because we're pretending that science is also affected by the magical side of the world. This is the reason why sort of Ohio and northeastern Ohio in particular seems to miss a lot of this sort of nasty stuff that happens, and it's because the Fey aspect of the world's been sort of shoved away. Again, this is just in this alternate reality.
No.
Obviously, anybody who's having struggles with hurricanes and whatnot, hearts go out to you, and it's a terrible thing. So, after determining that you all wanted to, or the majority of you, at the very least, wanted to look into whether or not there had been some sort of sabotage at these locations, and after a quick conversation with Kenneth, Luca's roommate, and
I should have tried to read his mind, but I didn't.
Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. We do have to do that. Luca's roommate and sort of science alchemist extraordinaire sort of armed you guys with some interesting armaments, as well as this goop that will let you sort of see the magical aspects of things.
You have a...
Oh, jeez. Hi. You can come here. Bye. You just scared the crap out of me.
Cristani, folks.
Don't interrupt the man when he's monologuing.
That's how bad guys die. That's how bad guys die all the time.
This is why I won't be a villain, because that is how I will die.
But you'll have a badass cape.
I'll be right back.
That's fine.
I have a villain in my game who's about to monologue.
That was really... I saw it happening and I was trying to...
Well, so it was this weird thing where you said something which triggered like a panic in the back of my brain, which made me look into the corner of the screen, which made me see a face, and then I got like touched, and it was all just like this combination of like, ah!
You were talking about spoopy things, and then...
Oh, that's okay. We were doing... Story for another time.
Okay.
Long story short, we were doing a horror episode of a podcast that I was kind of starting to work on about being a role player and role play stuff. And while it was happening, my closet door over there kept randomly opening. And the track's loose. I know what it is, but it's still creepy as fuck. Anyways, so, you got spirit goop put on your person eyes, and that should hopefully allow you to. Sorry, Karnis is trying to find the best spot for the camera again.
The one where I can see your face.
Anyways.
And a little bit of your chest hair.
That's gonna happen. There is no way around that unless I wear a turtleneck. What was I saying? Right. So yeah, you guys got some spirit goop from Kenneth that will allow you to see into magical, spirity, fairy things. You actually, I don't think you guys know exactly what it will do, aside from the fact that Vi told you that it would let you see the proper arcane layout of things. So you guys traveled to Brandywine Falls because it is associated with Karen's. Because Karen suggested it. I don't think she said why, did she?
She didn't want to go to the one season because it was worse.
Yes, but
did
she explain why she felt that way at all?
No, she didn't explain why she felt that way, but I picked this one because of the backstory on it. I forget why exactly because of the backstory. There's a key in the backstory that made me be like, okay, if that's what we're looking for, then that one sounds like if it has it.
Yes, because there were caves behind the falls that were used.
Oh, because we were trying to find where
during the Underground Railroad, as well as during some wars and stuff.
Because we were looking for a place where things would be hidden, and I suggested that one because, like, well, that one has a clearly suggested place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much a protective and hiding type place. Oh, well, fine. Mr. KC Schweinsteiger decided to write down my exact words. I see how it is. Yeah.
I did.
So,
thank God.
Cool. Yeah, it did take you guys a long time. It was not a quick thing. It was kind of an arduous task to make stuff. It's not just that you guys rolled poorly, because you really didn't. It's more that I feel like you guys your characters probably now have a little more of an appreciation for how difficult magic is. Like, it's not an easy thing. It's very much a work-intensive.
I'm listening.
A work-intensive and focused. It's like calculus. It is very much a long, drawn-out process.
Yeah.
So, you're standing outside of the falls. Also, you guys you were not able to find Luca.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I try to read his mind, or do I have to be close to him?
Well, that is one of the things. So, let's get straight into this.
Yes.
Maya, I am a bad GM, and I did not pull up a book so that I could look at the exact roll you need. But. Oh, did I really not? Fuck! Please be patient. I did a bad thing. Sorry.
This is why he's my best friend. Okay. Thank you. Oh, you're being mute. It's sweet.
Who's being mute?
Cassie.
Oh. Anytime he hears typing, I just presume I'm being mocked.
That's fair. Or he's taking notes.
Or that. Okay. Hold on. Cleaning close. Oh, too far.
Let him look it up, Casey.
I mean, if Casey found it, that's great.
He's not looking. He's making shit up.
Okay, that's what I figured. Keep it up, Casey, and I'm gonna roll for pyrokinesis. Wait, here we go. Okay, here we go.
I'm ready.
So you're going to roll presence and empathy.
Oh no. Where's empathy?
I
have
good at empathy.
I'm good at empathy.
I was about to say you should be good at empathy.
Ha!
Now, mind you, it's potentially pretty difficult, but still.
That's still it's like a fair attempt. It's a good attempt.
Okay. So because this is a thing where normally you would do it intentionally and you have to spend willpower to do it, but because of where Maya sort of is, it's kind of just happening. You're feeling sort of this sort of whispering tug at the back of your mind that feels very familiar. And if you want, you can connect. That will cause the spending of the willpower. Or you can try to shrug it off.
I'm not shrugging it off.
Okay. So then you will have to spend a willpower.
That's fine.
You sort of focus in on this. It's like spider webs in your brain. It's like the feeling of walking through spider webs and that feeling on your face, but inside your skull. It's weird and creepy, and it sucks.
I get it, and I hate it.
And then it's sort of like somebody whispering at the very edge of your hearing. And I'm sure, Petra, you probably see Maya sort of like lean a little bit and like she's trying to listen in on something. Mm-hmm. And then there's sort of a snap. And you hear sort of the very end of this sibilant, arcane-sounding language.
I do, or me?
You do, yes. This sort of.
Do I recognize the voice?
And you don't, no. And then you hear. Chica, is that you?
Look up.
Okay, this is weird, but yeah, it's me. What's up?
Are you okay? Why couldn't I get a hold of you?
I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Okay, so I'm kind of in the middle of something too, and we're trying to get.
Ice, I lost your voice.
I can switch. Still?
No, I have you back
now. You're just cutting out like every once in a while.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal. I just lost.
Is that better?
You're louder.
You are louder.
Okay. Okay, so I said, I forget what I said.
So he
I
said
said,
he asked if it was you, and then he said he was kind of in the middle of something.
and I was like, I'm kind of in the middle of something too, and we were trying to get a hold of you, but we're kind of here now. And then all of a sudden, I just heard something, and then, well, I felt something, and then I heard you.
Okay. Remind me to work on this with you then. Where's here?
Brandywine Falls?
What the fuck are you guys doing there?
How much do you want me to tell you right now?
There's a sort of a pregnant pause. And then he says, quickly, tell me everything.
So then I quickly, as briefly as I can, tell him about going to visit with Karen and how we found out about all of the places and then why we chose this one.
Pug Mahone. Alright, give me... No, you don't have... Give me a couple minutes. I'll be there as soon as I can. Just stay safe. That area's thin. Do you know what I mean?
I think if I said that to Petra, that she might know what you mean.
The veil there, it's not strong.
Yes. So are you saying we should stay in the car?
No, I'm just keep your wits about you. You guys are capable.
Okay.
And then there's sort of a weird break, like suddenly. And you felt like there was something else he was gonna say. And then there's just sort of almost a feedback feeling. If you like, if a feeling can be described as feedback, that's kind of what it's like. And then nothing.
Do I know? Do I have any sense of what the feedback of the feeling was?
Not really. It make me a wit occult.
Okay.
Jesus, please. It was
Sure.
old. Whatever it was very, very old. And it was definitely something other. Something not human that sort of stepped in and basically, essentially, you feel like pushed you out.
So, like, maybe something I wasn't supposed to sense.
Definitely was a very light touch. Like, it's something that had you not spent enough time speaking with Anna while she was being manipulated and sort of attacked by an elder spirit, you wouldn't have even known to look for it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was a very soft, light thing, but you caught enough of a feeling to know that something intervened, something powerful enough to basically just like turn you off.
Okay.
And so, Petra, from your point of view, Maya sort of stops and sort of looks around, gives this weird sort of look, and then sort of leans towards the southeast, like she's listening for something.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just sort of like stands there for a moment, just sort of like an extra deep breath, like that weird pause that you sometimes see in an anime. in a character that is doing something super cool, where they'll have that super long stand moment that
Yeah.
isn't really longer than an average deep breath, but looks intimidating or odd when you see it in a normal person. And then you hear a branch break behind you.
Okay. Turning and looking towards that, I suppose.
You turn and there's this snapping branch sound, and you turn and you realize that it wasn't a snapping as in like a breaking of a branch. It was actually an entire tree sort of thrusting out of the ground and forming around where you last remember seeing Karen. And
Forming a what?
Around.
Oh.
Encompassing. And
Well,
you
fudge.
actually catch sort of the leaves blooming out of the branches at the last second.
Fascinating.
I just need a minute.
That was a KC reaction. Petra is probably more just probably takes a few quick steps back. And is Maya particularly close to this?
No, Maya's on the other side of you, essentially.
Okay. Then I'll just sort of stutter step towards Maya and say, Maya, are you okay? Did you see that?
You're just coming out of it now.
See what?
I just point towards the tree.
No, I heard, but I didn't see. What happened?
Well, you don't see Karen, right?
I mean, clearly, no. Where did she go?
She was standing right there a moment ago.
That's probably bad.
Yeah,
Your instincts tell you bad.
Can I try to read her mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Read mind is different from what you just did with telepathy.
Can I try to talk to her?
Okay, so you want to attempt telepathic communication.
Yes.
Then yes, that's going to be a presence empathy roll. You will have to spend a willpower to do it.
If I just try to read her mind, do I just spend willpower?
Check. Yes.
Then I'll try to talk to her. That's fine.
It's intelligence empathy though, as opposed to presence.
I'd rather talk to her.
Okay. So you're going to roll presence empathy. It requires a willpower, and it's going to be -1 for just having exhausted yourself talking to Luca, and then -3 for things you don't know. So -4 total.
All right, so this is probably not going to work. Ready?
Also, can spend willpower to add 3 dice. Thing you can do.
Well, it's too late. I already pushed go.
Okay. Oh, how many dice did you have?
She had
I had
5 before.
Okay, so 1. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
as
it
long
wasn't
as
a chance
yeah,
roll.
yeah. If that was a chance roll, then how do you say?
So
Okay.
that didn't work.
No, very much.
But
you take a moment.
I tell Petra I tried.
Yeah, you take a moment and you even walk up and sort of like reach out. You don't touch, but you sort of reach out towards the tree a little bit, and what you do sense is this intoxicating sort of swell in your lower stomach of like you've had a little too much to drink and
Which takes a lot.
little too much to everything else. And you actually for a moment sort of like blink your eyes and have to like take a deep breath because it's intense.
Do I feel like I'm gonna vomit? Because I have iron stomach, and if I feel like I'm gonna vomit,
Oh,
pretty
no,
bad.
quite the opposite. It's all sort of pleasing.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's that pleasant a bit too much to drink, and that pleasant sort of moment before completion kind of feeling.
but after looking at the tree,
No, after trying to mind read a tree, but yes.
the tree's an elf. Or whatever that shit is. I turn to Petra and I go, whatever the shit is that Karen is into, that tree is it. Because I just got horny from the tree.
Okay.
Actually, more the solution for horny, but whatever.
You know what? This is how I talk to Petra about it. It's fine.
I look around. Is there any place that's like a little bit further away from woods?
And then
that we can
I
talk?
kind of cut Petra off and I go, Petra, I just literally got mind fucked. I don't know what to tell you. But if I'm going to go somewhere, you're going to have to take me right now because I literally, what I just said.
I just take her by the hand and look for what seems like a safe place.
Okay,
There you go.
So let me, and this might just be Maya's reaction, but let me sort of reiterate that it isn't like intrusive.
No, I'm not mad.
Okay.
I'm being stern with her that if she wants me to go somewhere else, she's gonna have to take me there.
I just wanted to make sure that I like portrayed it correctly.
Nope, you're good. I'm following.
The place that would be out of the woods would be like back towards the car.
Okay, I'll just walk that way an amount that seems safe.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you're talking like about a 10-15 minute walk. So you guys head.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
It's not like a hard or a long walk. You guys could probably run it in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also thinking about like wasting time. I mean, if there was any place that was even just like in a clearing, I would probably go for that.
At this point, Obadiah's sort of walked up to it and like sniffs it a little bit, and like reaches up and grabs a branch and like pulls it down and pulls a leaf off and sticks it in his mouth. Use it for a second, spits it out. It's a Sasquatch.
I look over at him. Good Sasquatch or bad Sasquatch?
It's an okay Sasquatch.
I relax a little bit. And then I sort of sigh and I say, well, oh wait, no, actually,
you
Petra
guys
doesn't know that.
The two of you make me not a wits awareness because that's not a thing. A wits. This is wits composure, right? Yeah, wits composure roll -2. Nice.
I'm back.
Okay. You both sort of see Obi's eyes sort of begin to dilate a little bit.
Okay. Well, as far as I can tell, we're not in immediate. Well, we might be, but not that kind of danger. Maya, I noticed.
You look. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Maya, I noticed you sort of stopped there for a moment. What happened?
Sorry, to be honest, I'm just a little interested in whatever it is that eating over there because that seems fascinating. But anyways,
he reaches up, pulls down another leaf, chews on it a little bit. Actually, I was wrong. Very good Sasquatch.
Obi, I'm gonna tell Petra something. While I'm doing that, you grab me some of that shit and get it ready for me. Here?
He pulls down a couple leaves.
Alright. And I go like this, and I look at Petra, and I describe to her my conversation with Luca. And then I kind of like with one arm reach out towards Obi.
He hands you a bunch of leaves.
And I just kind of pull them in and kind of look at Petra and see what she's gonna do and pull them out.
Okay, I'm looking.
Wait, no. Wait, do you really do this?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a little enchanted by the tree. Kind of a party person.
Totally.
I like to drink.
Totally
I
cool.
haven't had booze in a while. It seems like what you're taking is good, and I want to partake.
I'm looking back and forth between Obadiah and Maya, torn between whether to be amused or concerned.
I'm like
Um,
asking Petra to like be my good conscience if I need one.
Are you
Sure.
do you do it?
Like half of one.
Okay. Half of a leaf?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Petra didn't stop me.
And I'm gonna let Casey say what he wants to say.
Yeah. Did Luca give any indication what we should do?
Wait for him. No. He said that we were capable, but that he was coming.
Okay, so that sounds like explore this place and then meet up with him later?
He said
Before
he
we
was
leave?
coming this way, so I'd assume yes.
Okay.
Maya, you should remember this. He said he would be there in about 5 minutes.
Oh, he said a couple of minutes, but he said he'll be here in 5 minutes. How long ago was it that happened?
About a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Okay.
So he said he should be here in like 3 minutes.
Okay, then, Maya, here's what I'm going to suggest. And I just take her by the hand. And say, let's walk back to the entrance and meet up with Luca.
But he said that we were fine.
I look over, am slightly concerned that the tree might disappear if we walk away from it.
Obi's growing a lot of hair on his arms.
Am I going to grow hair too? If I see hair, I dump the rest of the leaves. I don't need excess.
You don't. Okay, first off, stop. Do you look first, or do you just like dump?
I dump the leaves on the ground, like after
Okay.
I see the body hair.
No. On Obi, or do you look at your own arms?
I just simply look at his and drop the leaves.
Oh, okay. All right. So hold on. Half a leaf. How much does Maya weigh?
Like 150.
Cool. Make me a stamina. And do you have fortitude? Is that a thing we have? No, it's not. So make me a stamina roll.
Does Iron Stomach help?
Yeah, no. Normally it would, but no. So make me a stamina roll -2.
My stamina is only 2.
I know.
So 1.
No, so this is a chance roll.
Right, so
Which means
1.
you only succeed on a 10.
So, but I roll 1.
Right.
Yeah, you roll a single dice. Yes.
I got close.
Okay. So yeah, you got really close. Okay. But you still fail. So you drop the leaves, and all of a sudden, you get this just like giant pillow slap of just like pleasure centers going off in your skull. What all has Maya done drug wise?
I hadn't thought about it. Probably nothing like not like heroin that's gonna like she knows it's gonna be a fun time and gonna like lead to a life on the streets.
But she's had good pain drugs.
Yeah, so like something that she knows she could get addicted to, but that more like as of now has just been like fun party kind of something.
Right. Let's say maybe one time after you got out of the hospital and because they would have definitely given you good pain drugs after what happened.
To be honest, I could see like if she was at a party, she had like or like a pain drug or like yes.
Yeah. It's like it's like that moment that like when you sort of felt that blush of sort of Vicodin. but times 10, but without the wooziness. Like, you're not woozy. It's just, like, awesome.
I look at Obi. What is he doing?
You look back towards Obi, and there's a bear.
Do I want to stroke the bear, or is it like an angry bear?
It's just sort of nuzzling around in the leaves and the roots.
I feel like I go pet the bear.
You go and pet the bear. What does Petra do? Petra, I'm assuming you look as Maya drops the leaves and looks over at Obi, and you basically watch Obi sort of like crackle into a bear.
I've always wanted to pet a bear.
I'm just kind of going into, like, how shall I put this? So, you know, like when the real, like, pro babysitter comes over, and they're not pro because they're actually that great with kids. They're just pro because they have a high threshold for chaos, and they just let the kids do stuff and make sure they don't kill themselves.
Okay.
I'm not quite there, but I'm trying to channel that. I'm trying to just, like, stand over to one side of the path.
Lucas coming.
Exactly. Just, like, keep an eye on everything. Like, there's the tree, there's Maya, there's the bear. There's the tree, there's Maya, there's the bear. All right.
There's the tree, there's Maya, there's the bear. Maya goes over and pets the bear. There's the tree, there's Maya petting the bear, there's the bear. There's the tree, there's Maya hugging the bear. There's the bear. There's a man in a leather coat and a cowboy hat with weird eagle eyes.
Is this a new man?
This is a new man.
I immediately walk over to Maya and
he's standing right next to Maya and the bear.
Do I notice him?
No.
Can I notice him and be like, "Hey, bro, what's up?"
Make me a wits composure roll -5.
That's 2. I got this.
Hot damn! Yeah, you absolutely do. He looks imposing and a little stern.
I'm still high, right?
Very.
Hey, bro, what's up?
He tips his hat at you a little bit. Ma'am. And then he sort of sets a hand on the bear.
Maya, want to take a walk?
A walk? Where are we going?
Just down the path a little ways.
But what about this bear?
It'll
And this
still
guy?
be there. There's something over here I want to show you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay.
He takes his hat off real quick and sort of nods to you a little bit, Petra. I do appreciate your assistance, darling.
Don't mention it.
I got a bit of a job for my packmate.
I just said
So-
don't mention it.
So we're not gonna hang out with them anymore?
Well, I mean, maybe not. We'll see. Let me show you this thing.
Okay, where are we going?
This way, and I just point in some direction that's away.
He sets his hat back on his head. Remind me, next time I'm in town, I owe you a favor. You can call me Elijah.
It is.
And he turns and sort of walks away, and the bear sort of starts to follow him.
Am I still as high as I was?
Yes. It's been maybe 2 minutes.
I don't know. It came on very suddenly. It could fall off.
Oh, funny.
Okay.
Let me talk to you about fairy dust and what that shit does to people.
All right, I scan around for like an interesting looking flower or like a nut or something like that.
A squirrel?
So you scan around quickly. Make me a This is going to be wits survival.
All right. Let me see here. 1, 2. Oh crap.
Nice.
Wait, what? Oh, you have no survival. Gotcha. So you spot out of the corner of your eye a group of, for whatever reason, really nice, sort of purple and black irises that are growing around a tree.
Okay.
Very, very pretty. Also not regional, which is weird. But you also know that a lot of flowers have been sort of transplanted over, the 200 years that America's been doing America things. So,
Sure. So I'm gonna lead Maya over there. I'm gonna point to the flowers. I might even pick one and try to tie it in her hair. That sort of thing.
it looks very pretty in her hair.
Ooh,
If she lets you.
duh. This is pretty.
Yeah.
If she can reach my hair. Because I'm a little bit pompous when I'm high.
I don't think Petra's that short.
No,
I'm tall and leggy, so what are you going to do?
I mean, how tall? I think I'm 5'8".
I was about to say, I don't think being able to reach your hair is the issue.
Listen, I'm not sure what you're trying to suggest, but I am tall and leggy and beautiful, and I'm sorry, I'm just not sure you can reach.
Yes, Maya. Anyways.
If Maya says any of this, I just totally go along with it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
And then eventually she gets the flower, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Because I'm not really a jerk, but I just had to make sure that she was good enough.
Petra, make me a wits composure roll. You're distracted, so let's say it's -2.
Oh!
Hot shit. That's 3, not 4. So, while you're dealing with Maya and all of this nonsense, you are sort of looking around and sort of waiting and keeping an eye out because now you're kind of on high alert. And you sort of scan through a couple of trees, put the flower in Maya's hair, scan back, and leaning against one of the trees is Luca in his coat, just sort of head half cocked, what is going on?
I can't wait till I see Luca.
I just wave at him.
Do I see?
Waves back. Yeah, you see her wave and you turn around and Luca's...
Luca!
We're having a little party over here.
So I see. What's going on, Chicas? Where are the other two?
Why don't you come over here and I'll tell you?
And I just do this.
Walks over.
Okay. And then I say, last I saw Karen, she was there. And I point at the tree.
Hold on, sorry, doing a thing.
Yep.
By the way, I rolled 3 10s in a row. Anyways.
Is that bad for us, or...
Oh, no. Not bad for you at all. Just,
okay, good.
A thing that happened, and I was like, geez.
Okay.
So he looks at the tree, and he looks back at you, and then he looks at Maya, and kind of narrows his eyes a little bit. Chica, are you high?
To me?
Yeah.
So I've been high before, and I feel like most assuredly, yes, I am high right now.
When he says something, you stop and you go, yeah, I'm high as fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe not the greatest idea right now?
I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm just going to say that it happened.
Right. How?
Leaves on the tree. Half of one of them might have made its way into our digestive system.
He turns, takes a couple of steps towards the tree.
I'm still smiling.
Takes a second. Oh. Okay. Shit. He turns back around, sort of runs his hand through his hair. Okay, let's get what we're looking for here, and let's get back out, because this is... That's a gate.
Are we gonna leave Karen in the gate?
Karen's not in the gate.
Wait, so she's already gone.
Through is the way I would put it, probably.
She's gonna be so pissed.
Maybe, maybe not.
I doubt it.
Anyways, you asked about Obadiah as well. A rather intimidating seeming friend came for him.
He had a hat.
The same one from before.
I don't
Have
think
any
I
of
was
us-
there.
Have any of us seen him at the hospital? I know I was at the hospital. I don't know that I saw him. I can't remember.
None of you saw him, but Obadiah talked about him, and you guys determined that it was a skinwalker.
Okay.
Can this be a moment where Maya was like, his friend with the hat?
But the thing is, none of you actually saw the skinwalker. You just heard Obadiah say
Right.
there was one.
So then I wouldn't make the connection right now.
And then I think for a moment, and I say, and I'm just thinking about the fact that he has a rather, like, distinct dress that is emblematic of a certain time and era, and I just
Yes.
say, maybe.
Right. Make me their intelligence occult roll.
All right.
Because we might make this a certain thing. +1. Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay,
that's
I'll
fine.
roll another one. Okay.
Too bad. Almost a 5 success.
Yeah. I wanted it.
Most assuredly. You saw his eyes flicker from sort of that weird eagle eye to like human. And again, as you put together sort of the weird evocative dress of somebody from about 100 years ago, give or take. Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, pretty sure yes.
All right. Well,
By the way, should we just go ahead and get going at this point?
honestly, safest place is going to be behind those falls.
All right, let's go. And while we're on the way, I thought that you were doing something that couldn't be interrupted.
I need you guys to make a roll again, but she's not here. Make me a wits composure roll -3. Okay. Wow, he can't roll with shit. Maya, make me a wits composure roll -... Wow, 8? Okay. Petra, you ask him that, and there's this weird flicker that you've seen before,
Mm-hmm.
where this sort of golden yellow sort of bleeds into his eyes for a second, and then he sort of blinks, takes a quick shake of his head. Yeah, it can wait. Not a huge deal, Chief. Let's go.
All right.
Let's get behind the falls.
I'm sort of like hand-holding Maya and trying to be extra aware.
Yeah,
like
he sort of walks on one side of her, and you walk on the other side. You guys aren't like grabbing her, but you're sort of flanking her a little bit.
Yeah.
Do I start to cry a little?
I don't know. You tell me.
I feel like they're holding me, and that means I know I've done bad, and I
Oh,
try a
no,
little.
they're not. That's what I'm saying. They're not holding you. They're just sort of on either side of you and just walking with you.
Then I'm still having a good time.
Okay. As I say, no. At the very least, I know Luca has enough sense not to do that.
Because I'd be like, oh no, you hate me. And that's when I cry. Because I'm high.
I presume Petrick follows his lead.
Yeah, I'll cue for Luca on this.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way down a path that leads sort of near the falls. And that's when you guys realize you're not entirely certain how you're going to get through.
I mean, I imagine one first needs to locate the opening.
And then, in sort of a swift move, double check this. What's your defense, Maya?
Defense.
Should be a thing,
Under
right?
traits on the top right. It actually is a thing.
It's down towards the bottom.
I don't have anything listed there.
Oh.
Okay. Balls.
I have other
I know
stuff
what
listed.
mine is.
How do you calculate it? Because I have other stuff listed in the section.
Defense equals lowest of dexterity or wits. So.
Oh, lowest of dex or what?
2.
Yeah.
Oh wait, why is mine 4 then?
Your boxing trait.
Oh, and then I also have one from reinforced clothing. Got it.
That should be under armor, not defense, right? Is there not an armor?
Is that armor?
There is armor. That should be under armor.
Oh,
Armor
right.
melee.
Armor's right under defense.
Oh yeah, I do have one there. So then why is my defense?
Don't you have a dexterity of 4?
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because I get to take the higher.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Your trait. Yeah. Okay.
But my
Your
dex
merit lets you
is
take the higher.
3.
Oh.
So it should be 3. Mine's 2.
Anywho.
I'm gonna check on this while you keep going.
Yeah. Take a look. All of a sudden, Lucas sort of grabs Maya's arm, and in sort of a swift and smooth motion, sort of like shoves her out over the water, or out over the ledge and through the water.
Do I make it?
You do.
I feel like that would be really fun.
You because you aren't he does it so quickly you aren't quite expecting it. You don't resist.
I'm like, woo!
And yeah, you just sort of like go through the water.
Woo!
Okay, I'll study that maneuver and follow.
I stick my hand out through the water.
Okay, she sticks her hand out through the water about like 5 feet away from you.
I'll
Luca sort of makes like the boosting sort of grip with his hands and
Okay.
just sort of like shrugs.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I have a place to land, and then I'll go for it.
I'm gonna grab you.
As I said.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm playing high really well.
We're good. Luca looks over and he goes, Maya,
Yes.
step back a little bit.
Okay, and I
Use
pull my
rope.
arm back.
All right.
I get out of the way.
Petra, make me. Well, hold on. I got to do a thing. You're gonna use his boost or just run across?
Am I being offered help? If I'm being offered help, I'll go ahead
Yes.
and take it.
Yeah. You're being offered basically like a boost up.
Oh,
essentially
okay.
kind of thing.
Sure. Sounds good. I'll do this whatever way is least likely to end with my
For
face on the
him,
floor.
this is gonna be strength. So, fortunately, his strength is not incredible, but his athletics are decent. Okay, so you need to make me a strength athletics roll +1. It's a thing! Yeah, so you run, he boosts you, and you sort of splish through the water, get a little bit soaked, and then sort of land on this surprisingly dry rock on the other side.
Okay.
And then...
Oh, wait. Before he goes, I stick out my arm and I say,
Okay.
I got you. Just kidding. And then I back up.
Yeah, he takes sort of a running leap and splashes through as well. What are you guys wearing? Because it's winter, so I'm presuming you guys are wearing winter jackets and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Like, how cold is it?
So, in the weather generally, it's been in sort of the upper to mid 30s. So a little unseasonably warm for January, but...
All right, well then I imagine that I would have known, because we discussed this before, that we were going
behind the waterfall.
Behind a waterfall, right? So I'd probably, like, since, being super insulated isn't that big of a deal, I probably would have taken something with that in mind.
Sure, okay. And after you sort of get to the other side, you realize that the water you went through was actually kind of warm.
Okay. It's just interesting.
Yeah, and it's actually really pleasantly, not like hot or anything like that, but just sort of like the difference between the air outside and in here is significant. Like,
Petra, let's explore.
You almost kind of want to take your jacket off. It's warm enough.
Well, I'll at least unzip it or whatnot.
You do that thing.
All right.
Petra.
Maya?
Petra, let's explore.
Maya needs to make a self-control roll. Which is...
But I want to explore.
Resistance composure. You're going to be at a -1.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't completely inhibit your...
Where's resistance? You mean resolve?
No, resolve. Did I say resistance?
You said resistance.
Sorry.
-1.
Yeah, composure and resolve.
Ha.
Cool.
One success.
You go to you start to sort of like take your coat off, and then you stop and think, why am I doing that? And then you like put it back on and realize it's kind of warm in here. Like, not hot, but just like nice. And you just sort of like shrug it off and continue on.
Do I start to explore?
You guys can start to explore.
Well, I look back at Luca. Do you know how much further we have to go?
No idea. Sorry, Petra.
I'm just thinking, who had the goop?
We're gonna say you each had a little.
We all had a little.
That's just something that occurred to me.
It's something that did not occur to me. So you all had a little.
You thought of it first, so you win.
No, I wouldn't punish you guys for that. That's
okay. I hold up my little vial. Vi told us to use this. Is it worth starting that up now? Or do you have that?
I mean, I have it, but not a bad idea for you guys to arm up as well.
All right, just a sec. I take a ginger amount, and like I would just want to sort of lightly put it on until I notice
he
it
walks
working.
forward and sort of like reaches into Maya's pocket and pulls a little bit out and takes a little line and puts it under each of her eyes like a football player.
Mm-hmm.
And I start singing "Eye of the Tiger." It's the eye of... No? Okay.
It's the thrill of the fight.
I'm ready, Luca.
Yeah, Chica. Yeah, you are.
Soy preparando, Luca. Can my Spanish get better when I'm high?
Sure, it absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Unfortunately,
so
Lucas does not.
so you know about that effect, right? Where like when you're in the same state that you were in when you learned something, you're better at it.
So I was high in school, so I can speak
No,
Spanish
just
now.
specifically for Spanish. You just really like to get high for Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, there's also, and this is something. Sorry, long story again, but this is something that. So Matt Berger speaks Chinese.
Hi?
No, he's fairly fluent. Like I would call him above conversational in it. But when he drinks with Chinese people over in Taiwan or Taiwanese people over in Taiwan, like he
It's
gets
over.
extremely fluent. It's a weird thing.
That's funny.
And I think it's one of those things where you kind of, when you drop inhibitions and worrying about stuff, you get a little more connected to people. So even if you aren't speaking better, you're understanding better.
And you just like let it, you just go with
Yeah. I could be wrong. But that's my theory.
I'm not contradicting you.
it. Soy preparando.
Let's go. That's not
Vámonos.
Victor's voice.
Vámonos. Chicas.
Vámonos. So you guys head forward. There's a short tunnel. Tunnel's not the right word. Like a extended cave mouth. It's about maybe 15 feet.
Oh, and actually, as we're doing this, I do want to be like noting anything new that I'm seeing. Just give me a baseline for comparison.
Sure. Wait. Define new.
He wants a
smeared
baseline,
goop
so
under
if
my
he's-
eyes, so I want to know what it looks like now.
Oh.
So if I see anything really different later, I'm just being very aware. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So you're moving forward. There's sort of this beginning 15 feet or so of a sort of a gradual tapering opening. And at first, nothing really seems different. It's still pretty dark. You guys probably whip out flashlights. And as you sort of begin taking a couple steps towards the entrance, you see this weird sort of soft green, maybe a little bit yellow-green glow. And you enter out into this small cavern, very small, maybe a total of 30 odd yards across max. And inside is what looks to be a couple of old cots, as well as some ledges that were sort of carved into the walls that might have once been used as beds. There's also a couple of just sort of odds and ends, maybe some pottery, maybe a couple of iron implements of some kind, sword, gun, that kind of thing, all long rested. And at the very, what you judge to be probably the very center of this little cavern is a small pedestal-like altar. And as you walk into this cavern, you see these lines of light blue, almost sky blue, green, and very like sort of faintly like sunlight shining through a leaf, yellow green, sort of intermixing around the roof and the floor and the walls of the cavern. And they're sort of all shifting. You can say pretty out loud. That's fine. They're all.
I was
sort of
listening. I was in the flow.
shifting in this smooth flow and everything is sort of flowing up around this altar, where there is a small ball of what appears to be black glass, probably obsidian. You're not entirely sure. And again, it's this very smooth, round pedestal, like a little altar thing. It's not big. It's not even carved in any sort of way. It's just
It's
there.
like it was just
and
there, and then it was used as an altar.
and there's this. It's definitely not natural.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look natural. Everything around you is very earthy and like formed by water, except this. This is very smooth and very much like made by human hands. And then like I said, this ball of this obsidian or black marble of something. And Luca sort of looks around, surveys everything. I think this one's intact.
I was
What do you
about to
think,
say the
Petra?
same thing.
Yeah, that's I mean, your guess is as good as mine, but it looks that way.
I look at Luca and I say, I shouldn't touch it.
Probably not. Though I am curious what might happen.
Should I touch it?
Wait, let me scan
No.
for giant boulders that might fall out and roll over us.
Just a little. It's pretty.
Don't no, Chica, don't.
Okay. That's what I thought, but then you gave me a minute.
The possibilities are intriguing, but
What do you mean intact?
you're seeing all of this as well, and he sort of like points to a wall, and you sort of follow his finger as he follows this line of sort of sky blue light that crosses over the ceiling and down around, and then sort of up the side of the altar, and then it almost seems to like arc over the glass and then sort of vanish. And then he points you back to the origin spot and it starts again.
Ooh. Pretty.
Everything's traveling the way it's supposed to.
Is that good or bad?
It means that nothing's been damaged. Whether or not that's good or bad, I'm not entirely sure. It'll depend on what the other sites are like and what Vi is able to learn. Fortunately.
Speaking of the other sites, I imagine it's time to get going.
Yeah, we should head out. He flips out a phone and looks at it, then flips it back, puts it in his pocket. Right, we're not going to get anything in here. Let's head out.
So as we're walking back out, I want to check if the tree is still there.
Okay, so you guys head back out and make the leap back over. The tree is, as you're walking back down the path, the tree is still there.
Okay, I have something I want to do then.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Soy preparando.
So I don't know how prepared I am for this. So I don't know if I'd have anything like a little container or a baggie or anything like that.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay.
I mean, you guys knew what you were coming here for. That seems like a very Petra-y thing to have.
Okay. So I want to take...
If you don't, Luca certainly does.
So I want to take a decent number of those leaves and just store them away for later.
Okay. You get sort of a look.
You never know when it might come in handy.
He stops, shrugs, pulls out a bag, and pulls down a couple, puts them in, seals it, and puts it back. Kenneth would kill me if I didn't grab something.
Right. Everything for Kenneth.
All hail the Lord Alchemist.
Aye, aye.
Ice, does Maya have any sort of things she's
She's like holding her hands like this, trying to not touch leaves.
You're actually starting to come down, probably.
That's why she's doing it. So she doesn't go back up again. She's going like this because she's like, Luca might be mad at me, but this didn't end up being that serious, so it's probably okay, but I still probably shouldn't grab another leaf, even though that was kind of fun.
Oh, I also forgot one little thing. As we're
Yeah.
walking away from that center cave, I say, touch only the lamp. That's all. I just wanted to mention that.
You get dual snorts. And you guys head back to the car.
Okay, once we get there, I'll mention to Luca that I think our plan was to go to Warden's Ledges next. What does he think? Do you need to go somewhere, or are you up
It's
for another
probably
trip?
late.
Oh no, it was only like 3:30 when we got there. It can't
I was
be
about to
later
say
than 5.
it's like 4.
Oh, that's all we
4:30.
took?
Yeah, you guys didn't take a long time. It's 15 minutes in, 15 minutes out.
We waited for Luca for a bit.
Waited for Luca
happened.
for about 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's like 4:30.
I just felt like the whole high part just like felt like more.
Oh no, Maya expects it to be like dark.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it probably will be dark soon if it's winter.
It is. Yeah, no, it will be dark soon. Lucas sort of looks up, looks around. I kind of need to get back to the thing I was dealing with. Maybe you guys should head to my place for the night.
I look at him and I say, you think it's that serious? We can't knock out one more while we're here? I sort of mentioned the locations and how we're really close to this one and the other 4 are on the other side of town.
I steal my defenses and try to look all fancy.
Grits his teeth a little bit. Do what you want. I can't go with you.
No, I understand that. And look, I'm Little Miss Caution, so if you think it's dangerous, I won't go. I'm just also thinking that time might matter as well.
Plus, we don't know where Karen is now.
That's
or Obi.
the other issue. That's the other issue. I'd feel better if you guys headed back, but if you want to stop, I understand.
So you don't want us to get lost like Karen and Obi? Am I going to get lost? Obi?
No, I just know that these are not tame places.
Honestly, Luca, I trust your instincts on this one. I just wanted to make sure I asked. Let's go.
This could just me being over. I don't know.
Shots. Guys, I'm sorry. It's been a stressful time. I'm sorry.
He smirks a little bit. When I get back, definitely fine.
Okay.
And he sort of walks through the shadow of a tree and sort of vanishes.
Can I? I'll tell him later. It's fine.
You know what? Before we go, I want to try calling Vi one more time.
Okay. Petra, what's up?
Hi, Vi. We're up at Brandywine Falls.
Yeah, Karen told me. What's going on?
Well, this and that. The important thing to let you know now is that, well, first of all, everything looks nice here. And,
good.
Second of all, it is just me and Maya at this point. The other 2 have gone their own way for a bit.
What does that mean?
There was a tree and there was a man.
I can tell you, but there's something more important that I want to ask about. So let's just say that they were taken away, but I don't think it's any danger to me or Maya.
Okay.
At any rate, I wanted to ask, how serious do you think this all is? Lucas seemed to think that it would be best for us to get back safe somewhere before it got too dark, but I wanted to make sure that you didn't think it was important that we hurry through all these locations. We're pretty close to Warden's Ledges at the moment.
They shouldn't be dangerous at all. If everything is going as it should have been, then they honestly should be the safest places that you might go. But again, if the spell failed, then one of the places might have been warped. Warden's Ledge is probably one of the lesser likely locations because of what it is and what it does. But Luca's he's not thinking straight right now, and he's of course always overprotective of us.
I mean, I
So
do trust his danger sense, though.
sure, but
So look, Vi, here's the deal. If there's no particular need to hurry, then I'm inclined to trust his instincts. If there is a need to hurry, then I want to get going right away. Understand?
I don't think a day will make a difference. No. However, I don't think a day will make a difference. I don't want to worry you about the things that might possibly keep me up at night.
Fair enough, I understand. And I will.
There are places like this that are sort of untainted, if you will, are extremely attractive to very powerful fae because it's like an untapped vein. But at the same time, as I said, I don't think a day is going to be a huge.
Okay. And so I think we're just going to drive back then.
All right.
Do you,
Do you want to stay at the manor, or are you going to Lucas?
I mean, was I given to understand that Luca was inviting us over?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay. If everything's all the same, I think Luca invite us over. We'll all be in one place. I think it makes sense.
Absolutely. I'll meet you there.
Oh. Okay, that would be wonderful. All right. See you there then.
All right. See you in a bit.
Okay. Then I guess we're just driving back.
You head back, and you guys pull up to. Unless anybody wants to talk about anything on the way back.
Do I feel hungover yet?
No, you don't feel hungover at all. You're definitely coming down, but there isn't this sort of intense hangover that you might expect from that kind of a buzz from something else.
Do I nonetheless feel an urge for alcohol, or do I more urge that I had saved some of the leaves?
You don't feel an urge for alcohol or to save leaves. You do feel an urge for something else, though.
Water?
No.
What?
Something else
What?
that he's not saying while we're broadcasting.
What is it?
You are extremely aroused.
Is there anyone around that's appropriate?
Define appropriate.
I mean, given what we know of Maya, yes. Well, no.
That's interested.
There isn't because Petra's in a relationship, and Maya respects that.
Right. And
so at the exact moment, no. When you get back to the house, however...
Let's pick this back up at the house.
I mean, that being said, I was about to say that I was just curious what was going on with Maya, so I was planning on asking her questions for as long as it felt safe on the way back.
Oh, you can ask me all the questions.
Go ahead.
So I look at Petra and I go, so should we go back, or do you want to go get a drink somewhere first?
Well, Vi's coming to meet us. I figured we should just head back. Did you want to pick something up?
Should she meet us there? There are people there.
I sort of glance over at her and say, How are you feeling, Maya?
Do you want to know my honest answer?
Shoot.
Horny.
I think for a moment. I don't think it's the best idea for you to stay out. Do you need something quick?
Do you have friends?
I think. I have like 2.
Are
Into
they
you guys.
hot?
Suppose you could say that.
Okay, we're either going to need to work out or help me pick like what to do because we can do one or the other. Like if you want to spar, we can do that. Like if you want to like you just you take your pick.
I see. I think for a moment.
We can
It's-
spar. That's fine.
All right. When we get back, we're doing it.
Okay.
Racing?
Okay.
I
I wish
said what
I had
said.
I wish I'd been Karen for a minute, but it's fine. I'm back. I'm good.
All right. So you guys pull up, and as you do, there's a black sort of town car that pulls up, and a familiar to Maya looking late middle-aged gentleman, tall, sort of a little bit balding, gets out, opens a door, and out steps Vi,
Wait, why do I recognize the dude?
because he's the butler, chauffeur dude
Oh, okay,
that you
that's
met
fine.
at the manor.
I thought it was more than that, but okay.
No.
Come to think of it, I don't know
Somebody.
that this is remarkable.
Yeah, you don't. You don't, but Maya should. Anyways, out steps Vi in sort of a flirty black skirt and nice top. You're forgetting that the last time you saw her, less than like 24 hours ago, Vi was in a wheelchair.
But I thought we were talking about the dude.
No. Out of the car steps Vi.
Oh, that's fine. I thought it was about me recognizing.
Never mind. Okay. Maya's just like magic. Whatever.
I'm so used to this. I'm sorry.
There are no serious injuries in the world.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna end it there on sort of the leggy step out and sort of stunning Vi and close scene.
All right. Rest in peace, stream. Rest in peace, recording. Go with God.